Okay guys, now we are going to go over our focus problem of the day. This is for Friday, March 20th. So if it's not Friday, March 20th, you don't need this video. Problem says Ms. McKee and Ms. Dove each have a candy bar that is the same size. Ms. McKee eats 3/6 of her candy bar. Ms. Dove's candy bar is broken into 2 equal pieces. Ms. Dove eats the same amount of her candy bar as Ms. McKee. What fraction of the candy bar did Ms. Dove eat? So we're going to pause and we're going to think about what's happening. I and Ms. Dove both have a candy bar. We know it's the same size, so they're the same whole. I know I'm dealing with fractions because it literally has fractions. It has 3/6. And then Ms. Dove's is broken into 2 pieces. So what I'm going to do is I need to find equivalency. I am finding what fraction is going to be equal to 3/6 because we've both eaten the same amount of candy bar. There's a couple different ways you can do it. You can do a fraction bar or you can do a number line. I am going to show you both. I suggest that whichever one you did, you practice the other one because we do need to know how to find this on a number line and how to compare it with a fraction bar. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start with a number line. I'm going to show you how to do both simultaneously. So when I'm starting with a number line, I'm going to go ahead and start by drawing a line. This is going to represent my one whole candy bar. So at the beginning of my number line is going to be 0 because I have 0 candy bar. And all the way at the end is going to be 1. I'm going to draw a fraction bar at the same time. And I'm actually going to make sure it's the same length. Forgive me if it's not super neat. Okay, so this you can actually just visualize as a candy bar. Here's my number line. Remember, when we do a fraction bar, we break it horizontally because I'm going to compare 2 things. Because I'm comparing my candy bar and I'm comparing Ms. Dove's candy bar. So here, I'll put a M for McKee and a D for Dove. Okay, let's think about what I know. I know that I ate 3/6 of my candy bar. I'm going to write 3/6. My numerator is the top number. It tells me how many parts I'm talking about. My denominator is the bottom number, the number that's down. Denominator down. That's how I always remember it. It has 6 total equal parts. So that means this whole candy bar is broken into 6 equal parts. 6 is in the same fraction family as halves. So I'm going to start with half. So I'm going to half this. Okay. Starting with it right down in the middle. Okay. Now with 6, there's not really a special trick. You start with half, but then you have to put 2 lines on this side and 2 lines on this side. So you're going to have to try to eyeball it, but make sure it's equal. So I'm going to look, and I'm going to draw my 2 lines. And then I'm going to ask myself, does that look equal? And it looks pretty equal. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. I'm going to draw 2 other lines. Then I'm going to ask myself, does that look equal? Okay? All right. So I have this broken into 6. I'm going to check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 equal parts. How much did I eat? I look at my numerator. I ate 3 parts. 3 equal parts. So I'm going to shade in 1, 2, and 3. This represents my 3/6. I'm going to go ahead and do this on the bottom as well. And look, because I lined it up, I can just go straight from the top and follow that line all the way down. And that's half because 6 is in the same fraction family as halves. So now, what did we say with 6? We said we're going to put 2 more lines on each side. We're going to try to eyeball and make it as even as possible. 2 more on this side. Now I have a number line. I need to number my number line. I'm going to count the equal parts by the hops, not by the ticks. If you count each one of these as an equal part, you will be wrong every single time, I promise. So I'm going to count to make sure I have 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I have 6 equal parts, 6 is my denominator. So I'm going to label these. They all have a denominator of 6. I know it sounds like I'm going over a lot right now, but this is actually something we have done in the classroom for the last 2-3 weeks. So this is actually a review if you're watching this. Denominator is 6. Now I'm leaving my numerator parts we're talking about. Now look right here. If I look directly above the number line, how much of the candy bar do I have? 0. Because if I look straight up, I haven't even started to eat it yet. So I have 0.6 of this candy bar. If I look over, I've had 1 part of the candy bar. So I've eaten 1 part, 1/6 of it. And look, if I look up, there's the 1/6. Same thing. Second hop, my numerator is 2 because it is 2 equal parts. And I'm going to continue down the number line. 3, 4, 5, and 6. Get out my video. Okay. And then we can also see 6, 6, which is at the end of our number line, is equivalent to 1 whole. So I have my number lines broken into 6. Now I'm going to think how much I ate. I ate 3/6. I'm going to mark that on the number line. It's already labeled, so maybe I'm just going to go ahead and circle it so I remember. Now let's find the equivalency for Miss Dove. If you remember, Miss Dove, her candy bar is broken into 2 equal parts. So I'm going to have 2 parts for this number line. This is where we can use what we know about fraction families. Halves and 6 are in the same fraction family. So I'm going to find where I drew that half line, and I'm going to go straight down. I have 2 equal parts. If I was to have this on the number line, if I would draw another number line, I could just do it right above if I want to. And I remember my half mark went right here. Okay? My question is, how many parts did Miss Dove eat if she ate the same amount as me? So let's look at my fraction bar first. This is what I ate. It already shaded in. So how many parts did she eat if it's the same? If I look straight down, this is only 1 part. So I'm going to shade it in and make it equal. Now I need to actually write my fraction. I do my denominator, count how many equal parts there were. There were 1, 2 equal parts. I know that from the word problem as well. How many did she eat? She ate 1. So Miss Dove ate 1/2 of her candy bar. So I now know that 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. And on the number line, I'm not going to get into that too much further. But what I could have done is I could have just done my half like I did, and I would have numbered it 0.2, 1/2, 2 seconds, which is also equal to 1 whole. So we're going to focus a little bit more on equivalency today for your independent practice. Come back to the video if you need help with it.